This is Clarity Empress, the Empress of Clarity, here to bring you a collective energy reading for none other than my Clarity Empress Collective. I hope everybody is doing well. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Comment in the comment section. Let me know, or the chat, my bad, and let me know if the reading resonates with you. Um, yeah, so, all right, we're going to get started. I missed y'all. It's been a minute, a couple days. I, you know, I pre-warned y'all at the top of the year things were gonna be busy for me, and so it's gonna be random. I'm up here. I'm not promising days unless I know I can be here for you. So the best way, like if you want a personal reading, is to read this description box below. I don't know if it shows up during a live, but any of my pre-recorded readings, you can read this description box below, and that tells you how to get in touch with me. Because basically, only my clients that I'm cool with can reach me, and we kick it on the back end. But I don't always have time to be on camera. Because by the end of the night, like now, I can get tired. Right now, I'm all right. Yesterday was exhausting, and I feel like it was something about the moon. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but make sure you ring that bell. That way you're notified anytime I come on, and you don't miss a thing, okay? We don't want you to miss anything over here. So yeah, y'all, you know, I can say I've had some personal challenges, interactions with people that has caused me to reevaluate how I respond and people's actions toward me, personally, how they, and based on what I'm seeing astrologically, and I've been looking it up, piece by piece, I was looking it up, and it's a lot of intense energy right now. I I did everything but curse this little teenager out tonight, and that is so out of my character. I didn't curse him, but whew, I wanted to. I wanted to. Oh my God, I wanted to. But I told him how I felt with my chest out. I felt that in my throat hours later. And I was like, the devil is alive. Like, the devil is real. And imagine this little boy looking like T.I.'s son, the one that's going after 50 Cent. That's what he looked like. And, the person that pays me to do this program, she talked to him and walked and escorted him out. And I don't know, I'm reevaluating. I don't want him back. She's like, well, if he come back, y'all have a talk. I don't want to have a talk. I don't want to talk to him. What's up, Carmen? I don't want to have a talk. I think he should never come back. And also, I was pissed at myself for getting myself out of character. So that's why Spirit gave me the download about things being a test, right? So he's not the only character that I've had to deal with in the last couple days, and it's something about this particular energy. And it's, oh, I know something is going on with my ascendant, my Lilith, my ascendant is in Lilith. Um, I don't know. I feel like I gotta evaluate. I was also pissed that I let him trigger me, but at the same time, he deserved what I gave him. And then when he left, the energy shifted in the room today, and everybody was fine. Everybody was fine with me because I was mad. Shit. All right, y'all. So we're gonna get on with the reading. But I'm not the only one. You know what I'm saying? And talking to people I know, they were telling me that they've had similar challenges. They had to kind of blow their top. And I just feel like, I don't know, it's a double-edged sword for me because I don't like anybody pulling me out of my character. But at the same time, sometimes people have to get it from you to understand that they can't do what it is they're trying to do. Like they don't, how I can put it, uh, like they just can't get one over on you, or they deserve what they get back. You know, sometimes you gotta mirror somebody, let them know you're not that one or the two. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna process that a little longer for myself. So, but I feel like he deserved it. I don't know who he thought I was, but we're definitely not doing that ever again. Hey, nay, he ain't gotta worry about it ever again. All right, Spirit, give me a message for collective, not just me. Give me a message for the collective. What do they need to know? And what do they need? You had a situation last Thursday, and it's going around for everyone. Listen, folks can get it. Like, you come at somebody wrong, you don't know what kind of day they had. And my daughter thought, for me, that it was a build-up from other stuff. Mm-mm. This person, this young person was trying me the entire time. Trust me, nothing else was on my mind but him. I wanting him to stop, and he would not stop. So I don't need a buildup of other people's shit to react to somebody. I can be cool and calm and collected most times. This boy don't know how to stop, and then I found out that is his typical behavior. So in the previous times I had to deal with him, it wasn't ever that to that extent. But he didn't get his way, and I wouldn't relent. So he just kept going till he was gone, and then he was hungry because that's what he deserved. You know, everybody after a certain level of the class, it was time to eat. He kept trying to get his sister to get him something to eat, and the lady wouldn't let him because she knew what was happening. I didn't even know. I was just like, he gone, he gone. They was like, yeah, his sister trying to get him a little slice. I was like, yeah, nah, you can't get that. Yeah, he tried to, and then you know what? It was embarrassing because I lost my top in front of the lady that hired me, and I was like, I took full accountability. You know, I apologize, but I thought I'm gonna have to sit with that. She's like, well, you could have handled. I said, girl, there's a whole lot of ways I could have handled that, but he got what he got. You know what I'm saying? He got what he got, and I did what I did, and I am not used to disrespectful teenagers. I'm just not. And I usually run every program that I have. So when I don't feel, I should say, safe to dismiss people because it's not my actual program, it feels weird. Do I ask this person to leave or not? Now I know I can. We ain't ever got to worry about that. He ain't, as a matter of fact, if I have to ask him to leave, he can't ever come back with me. He can come back and do whatever with them, but not me. I don't want him to come back at all. So if he show his face, we definitely gonna have a conversation. But we're not doing that. All right, Spirit, give me a message for the collector. What they need to know? King of Wands. All right, somebody trying to take control and charge of their life. Tell me more, Spirit. Oh, 8 o'clock. Somebody want to return. Oh, okay. Tell me more, Spirit. Somebody wants to return. Let's see what's going on first. Tell me more, Spirit. What's in the hidden energy? Oh, like it's good. Oh, okay. So what Spirit said, some didn't work out for somebody. Whoever third party that they were in, it's not working out. Like, you know, they ain't getting along. People are maybe at war, at odds with each other, or just don't support one another. Somebody else wants to come back. And remember, I told y'all about a lot of times I'm not seeing that comeback energy, but I feel like there's an undercurrent and a desire for it. It all depends. You know what I'm saying? Tell me more, Spirit. I heard coming back for healing. Yes, somebody lost hope. Star energy. It's, yeah. What are chills? The star energy. Somebody's losing hope where they are, or they just don't have any. Something fell. Somebody's losing hope where they are. Yeah, and then where they desire to be is with this Queen of Pentacles. Okay, that's where they want to return to with the Eight of Cups. Somebody left a situation or a person, this Queen of Pentacles energy, prematurely or to a situation that didn't work out. Now they want to return, and they determined, and they, or they been determined. Yeah, oh shit, they been determined. Emperor energy. Oh, somebody growing up, maturing. You know, I tell you about the arrested development, right? Well, somebody's overall energy is I learned my lesson. I raising their hand. I learned my lesson, miss. Can I come back? I think I got it now. Remember when you said, hold on, let me drink a little H2O. So either that, either they have matured, they can't come around you until they mature. Queen of Pentacles is damn near the Empress, right? And she is the one, she's the working parent. She makes money. Whether she got a full-time job, business, or side hustle, she keep it together. Shoot, she got food stamps and she know how to maintain. The Queen of Pentacles is that chick. She's the nurturer. She is the one that keeps the schedule. She's the one that feeds the folks. And you know what I'm saying? And she also knows how to work a coin. Whether she gotta make it multiply, stack it up. You know what I'm saying? If she can't make it, meaning financially, she can figure it. She figures it out. She figures it out. All right, tell me more, spirit. Tell me about this King of Wands energy. Okay. So the King of Wands is in this recovery mode. So they are four swords. Um, I feel like with this third party in reverse situation, three of coins situation, this person is in recovery based on the fact that whatever they got going on is not working out. Also, this indicates somebody not just in recovery, maybe they just had an illness, but also recovering from a broken heart or disappointment, and also thinking heavily when they're in this state. This is somebody who might have gotten slowed down by spirit. I tell people, like friends all the time, like if you keep going, and you don't mind your body or whatever, your body was is spirit's way of shutting you down by making something take over. Meaning you get a cold, or you get run down, or you get a headache or something. Something makes you slow down. Okay. But during those quiet times when you are immobile, you end up thinking about life. This is where you start to contemplate. This is where you start to try to figure out what your next move is going to be. Yeah, she is tired. But this is I asked what's wrong with that King of Wands. The King of Wands is the one that's tired. The King of Wands is feeling defeated. The King of Wands is trying to nurse that and mend that broken heart. Tell me more, spirit. Or they mending they are they trying to nurse the illness? Tell me more, spirit. Now we got the Eight of Cups in reverse. So somebody's considering going backwards, right? Going back towards somebody who is stable. Queen of Pentacles, my bad. Yeah, I think they're pretty locked in on they should return. It's interesting. I just called it that. I haven't been getting that energy in a long time, and here it is. So anyway, the Eight of Swords. This person is in their head. I'm hearing regret, and I don't know if that's gonna come up in the cards, but what I'm hearing is this person's locked in. This is somebody ruminating over this Queen of Pentacles, ruminating over whatever went wrong or whatever they did or she did, whatever. They're in their head. Okay, somebody that needs to, I don't know, they need to do something because they want to return. Tell me more about this Three of Pentacles in reverse, spirit. One at a time, please. One at a time. Okay, Hierophant. So this person put their loyalty in a situation that didn't work out for them. This is what they were loyal to. Whatever betrayed them, this is who their loyalty lied. This is what they learned. Also, Spirit said they also learned to betray people too. When you are connected to people, like typically you raise with or you live with, And they have these ways, and you tolerate their ways, 9 times out of 10, that behavior rubs off. And that's why they say birds of a feather, right? They flock together. So it's given, however, these three coins individuals behave, this person picks up on that energy, right? Because the Hierophant is also about what you learn. What are your traditions? What are your values? And if your values lack cooperation, that would make sense because it's given the shadow side of the Aquarius energy with the star card here. I was just talking, no, I was reading this today to a friend. And what were we looking at? Jupiter is in Cancer right now, but I forgot what they are. I don't quote me on the placements, but I believe Jupiter is currently in Cancer. But what they said about the Aquarian energy right now was that depending on the energy, the Aquarian energy is either enough. They are a rebel for being an authentic person, or they're a rebel for the sake of disrupting. And I was saying to the person I was talking to, I said, yeah, I feel like a lot of Aquarians, not everyone, but a lot of them I know that are rebels for the sake of disrupting are in their shadow side, right? So their disruption is not to improve anything, it's just to go against the grain, to say that they're doing something different, right? And then there's others that are disruptive but authentic, right? They may be your community activists, or you know what I'm saying, freedom fighters, whatever you want to call them, somebody who's out for the cause, but they might not organize a protest. They might organize a tech boycott, something like that, right? Well, if you're in your shadow phase, you may disrupt for the sake of disrupting. And I feel like in the challenge and lesson, this energy is disruptive. All right, tell me more about that star in reverse. Yeah, and they all in their feelings. Ace of Cups. Somebody either wants a new beginning or they are heavily in their feelings. This is my crying card. Whether I see it upside or right, I mean reverse or upside. It just somebody's in their emotion and challenge and lesson. Tell me about this Queen of Pentacles. And they also may be having new feelings for this Queen of Pentacles. Tell me what's going on with the Queen of Pentacles spirit. Oh, she blocked. She's blocking. Eight of Wands in reverse. You can't. This person can't communicate with her. She has blocked communication, or her spirit guides have. Let me see what the Emperor energy is. Bottom of the deck. Oh, 10 of Wands. Yeah, somebody has to drop their burdens. Somebody has to drop burdens. Um, and if they don't, and that's where the maturity comes in. I think the Emperor knows that they're carrying a load they shouldn't be carrying. And that's part of maturity. Recognizing what you no longer need. Oh, y'all. Just all of a sudden, your tools start messing with you. So, the Emperor has to release burdens, okay? Give something up. Surrender, basically. Um, Dealing with a third-party situation that they were connected to, loyal to, trusted, all of those things may have caused this person some, I'm hearing karmic pain. Okay, so maybe they learned some lessons, but they have to surrender connection. And a mature thing to do is surrender connections, situations, things that no longer serve them. This person is considering releasing. But it's part of the maturity. I just feel like, we can learn at any age, okay? And a lot of us do. However, some people, it may take a very long time for them to get where they need to go. That's a destination. That's part of the journey. For them to understand how to move in the world, how to um separate stuff. Not disassociate, but kind of realize, okay, this I can control this and I can't control that. And this emperor is learning what they can no longer control. Okay. Part of what they can't control is this Queen of Pentacles. What's up, sis? Spirit started singing. Lay your burdens to girl. Sing that song. I'm gonna lay down my burdens down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my burdens down by the riverside. Y'all, I'll be bad. I'll be a bad chick if I could sing. You could tell me that. Anyway, what's up, Black Cherry? What's going on? So, um, Dag Lati, I saw your comment. I was like, oh yeah, I got a comment back, and I didn't. God been life been moving a mile a minute. If you haven't noticed, I ain't been here in a couple days, so please forgive me. I definitely like to respond, but I just I got a lot going on. You know what I'm saying, in a good way too. But it's just this. I would say I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This level of busy. I be thinking I'm busy, but I ain't never been this busy. I ain't never been this busy. This is different, y'all. Like in a good way, but this is different. All right, let's get back to this Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles, either she or and also her spirit guides are blocking communication from this King of Wands. So the King of Wands is heartbroken. The King of Wands honor the situation that is not working out for them. They would love to return. That's all on their mind is how do I get to this Queen of Pentacles? They ruminate on that and her. But their loyalty was distorted. Okay, they're very emotional, and they may be in their shadow, or at least they're challenged by the fact that their shadow is disruptive and rebellious, but not for the sake of authenticity, but for the sake of being disruptive. They might have an entity attachment, but whatever the case may be, is causing this person to be blocked from somebody who's damn near an empress in their life. Somebody who, she's a nurturer, she's supportive, she's special, but this person don't have access to her. And part of the reason why, because the overall energy is that they have to mature and drop burdens. This is like a man coming to a woman saying, I always loved you. I never not loved you. We have a past, blah blah blah, right? But yet he's still married. He can't let the family go. He can't walk away from the wife. Him and the wife could be miserable. Their children could be grown. But I can't get divorced. Why? Because he's obligated. Or it don't even have to be a marriage, y'all. It just could be some situation where somebody is realizing that they're not happy where they are. Things aren't working out, but they're unable to release it to be with the person that they really desire. Because that's all that's on their mind. That's it and that's all. To the point where it causes them emotional pain, Spirit says. And then this is just like I find that men do this more. Women will do it, right? We will tolerate circumstances for what seems like forever. Sometimes we don't. But when we move on, we move on. Men, though, they linger on the past that they can't change. Or they linger on the past because, or not even a past, another connection that they can't have. Like some people just want what they can't have. It is not because let me just say this: if they wanted to, they would. Okay, it don't matter what situation is. If they wanted to, they would. But they will tell you, people will tell you, oh, I got too much obligations. I'm too responsible for this. I'm too responsible for that. Mind you, you all they think about. So it's sometimes it's just I want what I can't have. It's not that I want it bad enough to have it. I just want what I can't have. It feels better or it is more intriguing or something, to distract me from the bullshit that I'm in because I want what I can't have. And your spirit guys ain't playing with them. Hell to the no. Tell me more, spirit. And we got Knight of Cups. Yeah, they want to make an offer. This is in the past energy. Maybe their offer wasn't accepted because it's in the past. I don't know if they made an attempt or they just thinking about it. Yeah, they a little lost. This person is definitely immature, or there's children involved. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody could be lost, confused, not knowing what direction, where to start with you. Okay, they don't know where to start when it comes to you. They may not know where to start with other things, but they are really lost when it comes to you. She, what? I heard a man say, men say she was the hot one that, oh, got away. Women say, why did I stay so long? Yep. And that's the problem when the woman, by the time the woman gets away, that's when the man realizes he wanted her and he played too much. That's when he realizes he lost. I saw a woman on a quick TikTok. She started the timer and said, hey, babe, first I thought she was doing a recording. I said, but no, that's the timer. She said, hey babe, I got a really busy day today. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna try to call you at lunch, but if I can't, just know this because I'm busy and I'll try you after, we'll talk then. Bye. When she recorded it, it was 9.20 seconds, right? And she said, if he wanted to, he would. And that was her proof because it doesn't take much to allow your significant other to know that you're thinking of them or you care. I feel like this is not all of that, but this is more like this person's situation is too disruptive and your spirit guides won't let them disrupt your life. You saw that video too? Mm-hmm. And they, if they wanted to, they would, but some people would rather sit in this thought process of, I desire this person, I want this person, I want this person, I want this person. That's all they tell themselves, but they really are fantasizing over you. They're really not that serious. They're not. They have to get here though, where they surrender all that shit. That's the only thing that opens the door. And honestly, it may open a door, but there's no promises because again, if a woman has to walk away, forget about it. Like, you never get the same woman back again, and she may never ever trust that person. You know. So women, the way women process the loss of a relationship is different because we do heal, we do move on. What they say about men is they'll never forget that one that made them feel loved, that one that nurtured and supported and had understanding and patience. They just decide to ruin the patience. They just ruin the nurture. They ruin the love to the point where the person, the feminine energy, can no longer give, or she will deplete herself. Yep, where there's a will, yep, there's a way. There's always a way. There's always a way. But some people, oh my God. Then I think in the series, this guy said, men. He said men. And oh, if you want a girl, you gotta be nonchalant. Girls like nonchalant. He said, screw you and fuck that nonchalant shit. He said, I flew across the world and she loves me. I was great. He was like, women want a man to chalant. Okay? You are a, what did he say? He didn't say corny, but he said basically get a hobby, get a special interest, show some interest in something. You know what I'm saying? But all that nonchalant shit is not getting you anywhere. You know what? Hands up, I totally agree. But this day and age, these men are listening to this red pill content, and oh, Smitch. I'm gonna say this to you because I'm reading on a collective right now. I'm gonna give you some advice. What you're saying about whoever that is complete red flags. Talking about the ex-wife means he hasn't gotten over the ex-wife, because what is there to talk about if you have a new life and you divorced 13 years ago? He doesn't say he wants a partnership. That's a game. I think you already know the answer to that. I'm gonna leave that there. All right, tell me more about this. Hierophant. That's too many cards, Spirit. That's red flags. Nothing you said sounds like a valid relationship, and I suggest you really evaluate that, because if you got questions, that means there's some sort of confusion. Confusion means that you're not safe in the relationship because you don't know where you stand, or you don't know where this is going. If you're that confused about your relationship, that's not a relationship. That's a manipulation ship. Tell me more, Spirit. Queen of Swords. Ooh wee. Okay, so um, the Spirit said you had the Queen of Swords. This person. You had the Queen of Swords. This person, because this person is confused in their loyalties. Okay, because this person, remember I said with the Hierophant, that's about your loyalty, that's about your traditions, that's how you learn. This person in hidden energy is dealing with non-loyal people, people that don't cooperate, because that's what the Three of Coins in reverse is about, non-cooperation. Okay, you had the Queen of Swords, this person. This is why your spirit guides don't want this person around you, because they roll with a crew that's disrespectful. They roll with people who don't have love and honor. It ain't no honor amongst thieves. Okay, ain't no honor amongst thieves. So I'm not saying that they stole stuff, but they may steal energy just by not being supportive or being disruptive. I'm hearing chaotic and stuff. So people, people take things from others, and they also can take their energy and their, excuse me, mental capacity too. Like, when a chaotic person does not want you to leave them, they will create problems for you to solve. They let a little time go by and then create some more problems for you to solve to distract you from where you want to be. But usually, it's somebody who can't get go of those burdens, who cannot surrender, is subject to that, meaning that they want to control the situation, so they'll people please. Meaning they will support, they will try to work things out, they will try to emotionally regulate everybody. So come on, everybody, come on, guys, we gotta work, we gotta pull it back together. They want to solve it, and the chaotic person typically is aware of that. But see, what your spirit guide said is cut them like karate. You know what I'm saying? Ginsu they ass up off of you. And I know, I gotta say this because, there's so many generations alive right now. We still got the quiet ones, the boomers, Generation X, millennials, or whatever. In my generation, we had Ginsu. And if you've never seen Ginsu, Ginsu, look it up. That was a knife commercial used to come on. Ginsu knives was like some of the best. They would cut through soda cans. They would cut through fruit. It was slide. It was so smooth. Sometimes you gotta be smooth with the cut off with people. You just gotta cut it off. It don't require a lot of fanfare. It don't require arguments and yelling and screaming at each other. Just cut it off. When you decide to put your head over your heart and recognize, oh, this person got red flags. Oh, this person's lying. Oh, this person is in drama, or whatever they got going on that shouldn't involve me. Cut them like Ginsu. Chop chop. Okay? And don't be afraid. You gotta love you more than you love somebody's foolishness. Okay? You gotta love you more than somebody in their foolishness. Tell me more, Spirit, about this Ace of Cups with this star card in reverse. Yes. Here's the culprit. For the King of Wands, they have a Queen of Wands in reverse. So this is that typical Jezebel energy. Okay, so any reader that has been reading for a long enough knows that when she's in reverse, the Queen of Wands, she is definitely a Jezebel, over sexualized, um, maybe mentally, spirit said deranged, but very manipulative. I mean, all of the queens in reverse are manipulative, right? But this person's problem, and this is also what's causing this person anguish. This heifer right here. Okay. And she causes, this is what I'm talking about as far as distraction goes. This person, with this being on the Ace of Swords, she causes this person to cry. She plays emotional breadcrumbing games with this person. What's the other thing they do when they breadcrumb? They love bomb, right? She may tell this person she love them when she don't. She may use that this person wants to be loved against them as a weapon, right? You gotta be, of course, you gotta be careful with her, but you also, with this kind of energy, you have to. People need to become more self-aware. Period. Right? We. I feel like a broken record, but I gotta pause to say this. When a person shows you that they lying, and then some time goes by, it doesn't stop them from being a liar. Like they lied 30 times before. Why today is it different? Why do you feel different? Why are you in your feelings today? Because you caught them in a lie again. Like I feel like we sometimes do ourselves the most disservice by giving people benefits of the doubt or passes, waiting for them to change when they clearly showed you they're not interested in change. Okay, people will they gaslight the mess out of you over and over again, and I'm gonna do better, and I'm gonna if you can't discern that that person is not gonna stop, because every time you give them a chance they do it again and again and again. And for this masculine who feels that they gotta fix everything, but yet they're miserable, they're literally wasting their time. Okay, they're not wasting your time. Okay, because they the ones that's here. You block this person, and I don't know if you blocked them by phone, but they're. I would say this: even if you didn't block them by phone, there's a huge energetic block, because this person can't come and just say anything to you. You're not believing them. So like the way they believe this Queen of Wands in reverse, and they try to take on her issues and problems and solve her stuff and kiss her behind and save her from herself and all those shit, you're not doing it. So you're protected, your peace is protected, and their bullshit is blocked. All right, tell me about this block for this Queen of Pentacles spirit. One at a time. Okay. Yeah. Spirit say you plant the right seeds. Your feet. First thing I heard is your feet are planted on solid ground. You waiting for your chips. Oh, and Spirit said they're gonna bless you for the investment that you made. Let me also say this as a reminder for some people. For some people, your love of this person was not the waste of time that it might feel. What we waste in time is that it takes us a while to put that head over heart. But loving that person like you did was never a waste of time. People need love. And sometimes when they deal with Jezebel spirits like that, they don't get the love. You understanding this person, trying to care and nurture, try to be patient with them, know what they're experiencing. That's nothing wrong with that. Don't be regretful in that energy in fact you could be. But know that your love was what you were supposed to give them during this lifetime. Okay? So don't regret what you did. Don't regret that. Once you Queen of Sword somebody and you learn to release them, that's when Spirit also can reward you. Like, job well done. You did your part. The fact that that person didn't live up to their end of the bargain or agreement that y'all had in them ethers before you got here, that's on them. That's completely on them. Because a lot of times people will use and abuse you and think nothing of it until you are gone and took your power back. And now your energy is no longer in their orbit. They can't, they don't know what to do with that. But think about you. And think of, and then they become regretful because why? They realize they mishandled a good one. I mean, Queen of Pentacles is an earth angel. She's an earth sign. As you can tell in this particular deck, she represents earth, right? And she came to do good, right? Look at her face. She sleep well at night because her heart is clean. And the seeds that she plants grows. They fruit. She don't have to worry about a bad crop because she not planting nothing in the tainted soil. You know what I'm saying? She loves, she nurtures those things. And whatever she's putting her love into, it grows and it flourishes. Now, this Emperor energy overall has to surrender their burdens, their control issues. But that's not her job because she Queen of Swords them already. So she surrendered them. That's the bottom of the deck. Yeah. And oh, and now we see the moon in reverse. So which means, oh my gosh, it's raining hard out there. Which means this emperor is getting clearer and clearer and clearer. Or at least that's their that spirit's goal for them is to get clearer in their emotions or to get out of their emotions. You know, the emperor is very disciplined. He definitely about discipline. He's about having your ducks in order, being self-aware. He's about damn, that rain hard. But that discipline, oh my God, that discipline, that self-discipline, that's like, you know, being able to govern yourself, be in control of yourself, you know what I'm saying? Not overdoing anything, planting your seeds properly. Like he, just like the Empress energy, he has the qualities of all the kings in the upright. So that masculine energy taking over and creating order in his life. He is not meant to just create order and chaos. That is not an emperor. He may come in, he may adjust some things, but he's not going to stay in a chaotic situation trying to regulate it. He's not going to people please. He's going to move on. He's going to pull his energy back. He's not going to, you know, he's not going to chalant for nonsense. He would be nonchalant with nonsense though, because he's not going to let that affect him. He has better control over himself. So with the moon in reverse, there's getting clarity. There's no more Delulu energy. You know what I'm saying? He's not seeing it, things that the way he wanted to see them. He's seeing things as they are, which is a more mature way to be, safer. Mm, and more sane, if that makes sense. Like somebody being very clear, very direct, putting emotions aside and say and really just seeing things as they are. Green flags, red flags, but recognizing he has more self-awareness than the average king. We got that rain yesterday. Hail, thunderstorm, and can you hear it? Because that shit loud. That's crazy. And then with the volcano over there in Hawaii, wow. Well, they said it was coming when it started raining rocks, but damn. So, um, so we got somebody here, getting clearer and clearer as I don't know what's triggering this. Maybe the blockage, maybe that they lost that one. You know what I'm saying? That they can't have. Maybe it's just that the what's triggering this person is the fact that the queen of coins is no longer dealing with them, and so they have no real choice but to mature. I mean, if they want to go on in life and have something even remotely like her, because most people do not get an earth angel more than once in their life. They can get a sweet person, but they'll never forget their first. right? So this person may be having withdrawal and trying to navigate the world. But again, Spirit said there's confusion with this person because the Page of Coins is here. You know, I feel like this person is grown in a child's mind in adult body. Um, I don't know. I feel like this Queen of Pentacles was very grounding for this person. Very grounding and nurturing. And so I feel like her loving herself is giving this person a lesson in how to love themselves. So they may end up cutting off that Jezebel energy, but the Jezebel energy with this Queen of Wands here in reverse is what's triggering also their awakening, I would say, because I think this person is realizing by the lack of the Queen of Pentacles being in their life or her Queen of Swords in them, it's kind of casting a light on what they've been holding on to, casting a light on what they put their loyalty with. And the fact that she could cut them off like Ginsu, like slice them hard, cut the cord, let go. So, I thought this was gonna be a spin the block. And they may want to spin the block, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. It seemed like somebody wants to spin the block, but it also seems like the block is blocked. You know what I'm saying? They don't have access to that street no more. I know somebody who went from Brooklyn to California, and now the neighborhood knows how grimy they are. They can't come back here, not to live. So they are blocked from the block, so to speak. Everybody's not rocking with them no more. Anybody that's still around, I would say. And the ones that aren't around still, they're not. They're not blocked. They're not messing with them. So this is somebody, like I said, this Queen of Pentacles is protected. She's good. She's gifted. She living her best life. She planting seeds. You know what I'm saying? But she's not tolerating no foolishness. Whomever this is. And so you got to make a choice. You know, I feel like a lot of times our choice is allowing someone to cross our boundaries because we had that soft spot, or stick it to our boundary and like, hell the fuck no. I was listening to a message yesterday. I put on my story and I took it down. But it was about Gemini detachment and I resonated with it. Like our detachment is unmatched. Like, you know, when we finally let you go, you at best get a hello, or we might speak to you, but it's not going to be on the same level of engagement. Like you'll never find us again the same way. It's like that's why people think we're two-faced. It's not when we two-faced it. When we figure out that you moving weird, okay, we got one eye on you and we realize, oh no, I can't feel safe in this connection because I can't trust this person. They move, look at them moving strange. Once we realize you moving weird, we leave you alone. It's almost like we never knew you. I know me personally, I struggle to remember names. Like I'll see you, I might have had conversations with you, knew your name. Let some time go by and I don't have to deal with you no more. I'll see you again, I'll be like, how do I know this person? I know I don't like them, but how? It's just that bad for me. Like, I will not know you. That doesn't go for everybody, but I don't know you. And I'm fine with that. And I feel like in this season, there will be more people who will release these burdens. Even these masculines, they're going to release people out of their energy so that they can see clearly, so that they can see the green flags and the red flags, and then use discernment and awareness, their self-awareness, to surrender connections that no longer serve them. All right, let me get a little bit more on this. Spirit, tell me about the likely outcome. I feel like you're getting blessed, though. Tell me more, Spirit. Oh. Yeah, 9 of Wands. it's you. Spirit says it's been a long time coming. Whatever you've been working hard, whatever you've been planning, it's been a long time coming. I'm also getting another message. It's the opposite of you, but more about this King of Wands. The King of Wands does not want to relent. Okay, so they may attempt to spin the block, or this person could be in a deep desire of, I gotta have what I'm not allowed to have. Like, I feel like somebody wants something they feel is forbidden, and they feel like they're determined to have what they're forbidden. However, they get chopped like Ginsu. Because, I mean, if this person comes to you with the wrong energy and they are not sincere, or they are not compliant, and, or they're crossing your boundaries, it won't get them anywhere with you. It won't. It won't even get them a hello. Is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. Yeah, the spirit said, the seeds that you plant are gonna fruit. It just seems like it's taking a long time. That this person though is also trying to plant seeds when it comes to you. And it's taking a while for them as well. Because it's also taking a long time for them to learn their lessons. It's also taking a long time for them to drop burdens. Some burdens may just be dropped for them, meaning that stuff is going that wrong that it's falling apart. And this person could be grasping at straws trying to get with you. Wait a minute, hold on. We got raised. Okay. I'm a Cancer sun, Chiron, and Moon. Oh, when I'm done, I will not speak to you again. It takes a lot, but once I'm done, I'm my favorite statement. I'll nothing you. Yeah, I'm a nothing you. I can't. And the thing is, I've nothing people, and they've come back and they've said something to me. I respond, you know, in kind. Maybe not no long out, drawn out explanation of something. Like, I don't, but I'll respond. I mean, I don't. The one thing I do say is, I might not like you, but I'm not holding no hate for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not on sight when I see you. It's just whatever. And that's where the nothing comes in. Because I'm not angry no more. I just ain't fucking with you. Because you're toxic, or you make me feel unsafe. So what is there to talk about? What is there to connect for? You know what I mean? Yep. And I don't entertain you. I'm not going to entertain you. I might, like I said, I'll speak, but I'm not going to entertain you. You're not going to pull my energy. You're not going to, I'm not going to allow you to cause me stress. Mm-mm. No, when I nothing you, you can't come around. That's why this person is blocked. They can't come around. Whoever you are, that this person can't enter your house. They can't call your phone. They may be able to text you. They might find a way to attempt communication. But what I'm saying to you is that you will not. This is not the kind of energy where you will. This is not a crack door situation. Okay. Now, for those of you who hold nothing in your heart for this person, no animosity, no anger, no past, whatever. Maybe you just moved on. For this person to return, the hoops that they would have to jump are possibly higher than they know how. Okay, Spirit said they lost. So they may mature outside of you, and Spirit said, mind your business and let them go. Do what they need to do. I will not say anything at all. I will ignore you like I'm not even standing there. I know that's right. Listen, that's the best way to be. I don't see you. Look, where's my little monkeys? Y'all see my monkeys? speak no evil, see no evil, hear no evil, I will not give you an audience. I'm not talking to you. I'm not getting involved. I don't want to hear what you got to say. Now, for me, Spirit will tell me some craziness about you anyway, but you don't get to talk to me. Spirit ain't gonna let you come nowhere near me. And I'm good with that. I respect my spirit guides. That if they say no entrada, this person cannot come into your life, leave them the fuck alone. I got to obey. I got to obey. You cannot come around me. You know, I don't want to see what's going on with you. I don't want to know anymore. I don't even need to seek no revenge with you. Like I said, my spirit guides will tell me whether I want to know or not. And that's where I leave it. All right, tell me more, spirit. You know what's crazy? So, I don't know how they doing or not, but the place I left with my nonprofit, I could tell you that another group decided to close their doors, and they've been there since 1960. I had no idea any of that was going on because I don't, I even get the newsletter, but I don't open them anymore. I just decided I wasn't going to actually delete yet. So one day I said I'll be nosy one day, maybe a year down the line. I'll look at one, just out of curiosity, but I really don't care. And Spirit said, "Oh, you don't care? Let me show you something." It brought me a whole person who I didn't know. And out of the 6 years I was there, I don't think we crossed paths. I might have seen her, but I don't remember her. And through the conversation we had, she let me know, yeah, they gone. They left too. I'm like, what? That organization gone? They gone. I said, huh. So it's the third organization to move on that I'm aware of. That they see. I don't know. I can't say they're chasing people out the door, but there's something chasing people out of the door. If that makes sense. All right, tell me more, spirit. You know what I laughed at? Not that they're gone, but how spirit just brought it to me to say, look. I was like, what? They're done? She was like, yeah. I was like, wow. That was the funny part to me. Is like, spirit, you just wanted me to know something. We talk about something half related, almost, like nothing to do with them. The spirit said, look, listen to this. I said, wow. Phew. Tell me more, spirit. Because I actually feel bad for the people that had to close them doors. I don't think they wanted to. I think they just tired. Ring. Oh, marriage will take place. Okay. So again, whoever this person is, they feel like, or at least they felt, it's given in the past energy that they felt that they could commit or that they were committed. You know what I'm saying? That y'all had something that was going to break or was going to end. Is given, or they put you through circles, because a ring is also cycles. So you may have gone through cycles where this person was promising to be better, promising to be committed, and things like that. But that's past energy, so that might have been the offer. Maybe this person, like if this is like a boyfriend girlfriend type situation, they might be saying that only a ring could save it. If they gave you a ring, a promise ring or something like that, or even an engagement ring, that you would stay put for their shenanigans. And yeah, Spirit said no. Mm-mm. And then climbing towards success. See, now this person didn't find no success wherever they went because 8 of Cups. So you may be climbing to success and this person is seeing it, but wherever they are, they consider themselves out in the cold when it comes to you. This person can see your shine, and you are not meant to dim your light for this person or anybody else for that matter. This person knows that you are focused on, focus on your path, your journey. Ooh, damn it, I almost dropped that. And then we got the moon, changes in your life. We got the moon card here twice. You got out of your delulu energy. Okay, so you stop believing in this person's potential, right? And you start seeing what their actual is. Potential is what you would do if it was you. And you pulled yourself back because this is clarifying Queen of Swords energy. Hi, Jazzy Shird. Um, you pulled your energy back. And so now you came out of your Delulu energy just like they came out of theirs. You see them for who they are. So you had to cut them like Ginsu. W WS Betty Boop. Hi. Tell me more, Spirit. And then we got Rooster. An arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. This is clarifying this crazy ass Queen of Wands. Okay? She is nutso. Arrogant and boastful. So this person is scared to argue with her. They're scared to cross her, to disappoint her. Okay, she don't have to be a lover. She could also be a mother. Or a baby mama, like not somebody they're regularly with, but somebody that holds some type of weight in their life and they do not want to cross her. Like she holds some sort of authority to them. And they don't, and she's a little reckless or a lot reckless. Okay, somebody coming with that bad juju. Goof troop. Tell me more. Come on, one at a time. And we got bell. Announcement. So I heard, I want to ring your bell. Ring my bell, my bell. Ding dong ding. So there's somebody who wants to come tell you something. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna clarify that card, but I feel like somebody want to come talk to you. Announcement is communication. Again, they haven't gotten past the barrier. Let me tell you something. I might put a boundary on myself, right? And access to me. But access to me also can impact my core family, my children, my pets, my husband, all of that, right? And if access to me could impact them, they got to be good with you, and I got to be good with you. But I can't be good with you if none of them are good with you, if that makes sense, right? Because we're a unit like that. And not everybody's life is set up like that, because where this person is coming from, they're not a unit like that. I know they might get together in some chaotic times, but they're not a unit. It's all me for me type shit, right? But over here, as for us, so part of my barriers is my family ain't fucking with you. I ain't fucking with you. Period. I'll give y'all an example. So I was friends with all right, so I homeschooled my kids and we were friends with I was friends with a bunch of ladies because it was all run by the women. None of the husbands or fathers were really engaged in the homeschool process. So at one point, this one woman, I was cool with her. I enjoyed her company. She was a little aloof at times, but nothing I couldn't deal with, right? Nothing that harmed me, nothing I couldn't deal with. And I'm straightforward, and she always appreciated me calling her out. But it was never no real deal. I just like, did you think about it? Oh, yeah, you're right. Nothing serious. But the daughter that she was raising was an asshole. And she's about 2 years older than my child. And she would slight my child every now and then. For the most part, it was between kids. But once I observed it, I had to speak on it with my friend, the mother. And after, I want to say, It had to happen twice. I can't remember if it was 3 times, but the second time, my daughter wanted to fight somebody. And I was sitting nearby, but not knowing exactly what was going on. And she got up and she said, I'm ready to go. So we got in the car. She didn't want to talk about it at first. But when we got in the car, she explained to us what happened. Yeah, the girl was ganging up her on a game with her a game they were playing like Monopoly, and her cousin were cheating to make her lose type of thing, and so she quit. And normally I'll be like, no, play the game, but I didn't know what was going on. My child said I'm ready to go. I said, all right, cool. We left, and I talked to this friend. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but this is an example. I'm talking to a friend, and the friend was like, well, I'm not raising an asshole, and she should, but she never made her apologize to my child. No one ever took accountability. She only talked to me about it. Trust and believe that was the last time she saw me and my family anywhere near her house, or anything else. Ain't no way you would let your child disrespect my child. I bring it to your attention. You made aware of it, but you don't rectify it. And I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm going to go around you. No, hell no. Hell no. So that's what I'm saying is like sometimes your barriers are those that you're protecting around you, right? And your spirit guides also protect you in similar ways. Like, no, you don't get to play with my child. Mm-mm. They might have liked you before, but they don't like you no more. So that's not what we're doing. Hi, Cherie McCorkle. The bottom of the deck, Rose. Romance is in the air. Yeah, somebody wants to talk to you because they want to get real right with this romance in the air. Yeah. Now, that ain't going to apply to everybody because some people are working on themselves and other people aren't. I always got to let you know the disclaimers. It don't matter how much they work on themselves. There is no guarantee that you are going to be okay with them. There's no guarantee to that. Some of you want that person to work on themselves. That's the only way y'all gonna have a conversation, much less open the door. But trust and believe you will know if they're doing it for show to reel you back in, or it's sincere. And a lot of times their behavior changes on schedule. On schedule, they can't even help it because they can't change who they are at their core, unless they really truly desire to change who they're at their core. And I'm gonna tell you right now, based on this person having a set of circumstances that aren't working out for them, yes, can awakenings happening because of bad circumstances? Yes. But 9 times out of 10, people want you to take them back to relieve them of the drama that they chose or they caused in their life. So sometimes it's just a matter of choosing a bad situation and then wanting out of it where they used to feel safe. And you have to use a level of discernment to determine if that's your story or not. Okay? Because you can let somebody come back in your life and they end up using you, and again showing up on schedule, meaning that mask come off and they old self reappears, and all they really needed was a reprieve from the bad situation that they're in. But this person wants, I feel like this person here, they may want to change, but only time will tell. And it can only be from time and consistency, and everybody's idea of consistency and time is different. You have to get in your mind what you will feel comfortable with. If if you even engage in conversation with this person, because a lot of times when feminine energies cut you off, they're not entertaining you. They're not talking to a masculine that has tried to destroy them. They're not talking to a masculine that has took their little heart and tried to rip it to shreds. They're not talking to a masculine who is a habitual liar, or somebody that tries to distort their reality, who tried to keep them in that moon energy and promise them things or breadcrumb them, or what I'm saying, or love bomb them. They're not. Once you get over that, once you recognize that, you don't keep letting that back in your life, because that's unsafe. And really, at that point of being aware, self-aware, you start to realize, wait a minute, maybe I'm the problem because I allowed that to happen. All right, let's clarify what they want to announce to you, Spirit. They got something they want to say bad. What is that? I heard B, baby, please. Oh, yeah, they want to tell you how. Listen, whoever this person is, they really want to share with you how disappointed in the choices that they made. They don't know why they made it, or this is the reason why I did that. They want to come back and tell you what went wrong. All they're gonna do, that's all they're gonna do is coming back and tell you what their karma was. But they just want to tell you what went wrong. And the thing is, I mean, and you know what I'm saying? Like you didn't know that. Like 9 times out of 10, you told them that was gonna happen, and they did it anyway, right? So you cut your losses, and now they want to cut their losses, but they want to come. They really want to come tell you about it. You know, I was telling Black Cherry, when I hear people come back to others and they say things like, "Well, I missed you, and I was hurting, and I understand how I made you feel," and all I'm hearing is me, find me. And that their coming back to you is really about them. It's not about you. They didn't come to heal a relationship. They came to get a relationship that served them. Hi, Matthew Kipple. So they come to get into a relationship or back toward a relationship where things were actually not that bad. Or this person could really house me or help me or do that. And then, if you really listen closely, you're not going to hear what transpired or what changed. You're going to hear that they were disappointed in their current set of circumstances. And with you, things were better. And that's it. That was the catalyst of showing up. That is the announcement. And something you gotta take it how it resonate. If you even entertain it enough to hear it, that's all they want to tell you. They want you to invite them back in. They want you to open the door and close that block. Get that block off me. Don't block me. You know what I'm saying? Let me up in here again. It used to feel good here. You know what I'm saying? With you. Snuggled up. It used to feel good the way you fed me. It used to feel good the way you loved on me. It used to feel really nice when we had intimate times. And all they're thinking about is them. Not how they hurt you, played with you, ruined the relationship. No. They ain't ready for that kind of accountability. That's how you gonna know the difference. Because if their only conversation is what they've been through and how they suffered, then they're not coming to make change with you, y'all. I promise you they not. That person is coming to see if they can get another serving. And a lot of times, if they're avoidant, they just want to know that they can. They don't even want to come back. They just want to know that they can. Hi, Renew. Renew. Yeah. Like, it's kind of easy to detect because there's no remnants of, I really want to apologize for what I did. Now, some people will. Some people will apologize, right? But then they might be followed quickly up with, I miss you, I feel this, I feel this, I feel this, I feel that. But like I said, they're clockwork. Even if you gave them even an ounce of a chance, like clockwork, their schedule, if there's a 3-week schedule or 3-month schedule, trust me, they eventually show up. If they are unhealed, they eventually show up. If they're not really serious, they eventually show up if they're only self-serving. I feel like this person here, they want that romance. They want whatever they had before. They want some of that and more. And Spirit is saying, yeah, well, you can't even smell what you want until there's some sort of accountability. And I don't, you know, I do see that there's possible, but I feel like that's still potential energy. Like everybody's situation is different, trust me. And if you are healed from something and someone, it's best to leave that in the past and not revisit that. Because there's so many hoops. Some people, you gotta make them pay. And I listened to what is her name? I'm hearing seven, but damn it, I don't remember her name. I know it starts with an S. Shira. She was like, there is a, I don't know, $1,000, or maybe she said more. I was hearing earlier today, $5,000 restoration fee. Meaning, to even talk to me, you gotta come up with $5,000. She was saying that's just to have a conversation, and there's no returns, right? Ain't no refunds, no exchanges, none of that. And then we'll see where it goes. But to even for me to unblock you, she said there's like $1,000 restoration fee or 10,000. I don't remember the number. And yeah, if the man really desires you, they'll show up with a couple goods. Now, I don't recommend her all of her advice. I'm just giving you an example because some people have to pay, meaning with their efforts. And their efforts need to be tremendous in order to convince you of otherwise. Otherwise, 9 times out of 10, low effort dude, they're going to show back up. The low effort, nonchalant dude is going to give you just enough attention to catch your attention and then fade right back with the mask off. Yep. And this goes both ways, masculine and feminine, but the cards are telling me this is more masculine energy than anything as far as the way they're behaving. All right, give me one more and then we done. Tell me more, Spirit. What's the advice that the collective needs to know? One at a time. Well, you gave it me two. I'm going to take it. And it says, beware greed and you need to defend yourself. Ooh, first of all, do not lower your shield for this person. That's why the Queen of Swords is here. Do not lower your shield for this person. And it's clarified with beware greed. So they are really in it for themselves. Like ultimately, they're thinking about what they lost. Some sort of control issue with you. Um, the way you care for them. They might have just thought you was their dummy. And then they could play games with you and others or whatever. But when they finally laid down, sat down, start to really contemplate where love is, it kept drawing them back to you. And I feel like emotionally, this person going through it, like you know, and they're going through it with the choices that they made, with whom they made it with. I feel like I told y'all another one, right? Yeah, taking a vacation mentally or physically. Yeah, somebody need to go take a break. Could be you, but they're the ones living rent. I mean, you're living rent free in their head, and they renting. They got that little space, that little penthouse space, just for you, right there at the top of their crown. All they think about is you, but they ain't thinking about themselves enough to make the adjustments and the necessary changes to be with you. So y'all take it how it resonates. If it don't resonate, don't take it. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel, y'all. I ain't say that all night. Make sure you ring that bell. That way you're notified anytime I come on. I don't make promises of when I'm going to be on. I am extremely busy this particular winter into spring season. Don't know why, but I like it. It's a good busy. So I'm not on every day like I used to. So if you need to book a reading, you can find me my information in the pinned comments after the reading. I don't know if it shows up during a live, so I don't know how that works because I'm never really on live much when I'm doing me. Like I'm not using another screen. So if in fact it does not show up, look at one of my previous readings And you'll see my email address, which is easy, clarityempress@gmail.com. You can question about readings there. I can set you up. Also, I am accepting donations. If I hadn't said it, I'm accepting donations, Cash App donations. So I'll do not live donation readings on the weekends, typically Sundays. But I have two small causes right now. One is escaping me. But one is I want to get a pot. Oh, two. Okay, my bad. I want to get a pot set for this man. And I'm not really finding any decent ones under 80 or 70, I would say. But the ones I'm finding are those new pot sets where the handle comes off. And this is for an older man. I don't think he should have a pot with a detachable hand. Also, he's a special needs guy, and I don't know what his issues are. So I don't want to give him a pot that's going to fall off. So if y'all ever want to donate, you can. Um, I believe my Cash App is there. I don't know, or you can see it when I do live donation readings. What else? Night sis. Um, oh, two. Like I said, I have two. My second one is I have an outdoor cat. She can't come in. She's sickly, and I can't afford to fix her. I can't afford to let her in my house near my other two because she can get them sick. So I'm taking donations for her. You can tell me which one is what. But based on the clinic that I've taken my cats to, which is like a nonprofit low cost clinic, I'm guesstimating $150 for treating her, spading her, and maybe medicine for her eyes and giving her shots, something like that. Should cost me about $150. I don't think it'll be more than that. I think it'll be less, which is super freaking cheap. But yeah, she disappeared for 6 weeks exact. I think she had kittens, and somebody put her out, or whoever took her in put her out, let her have the kittens, kept the kittens, and just because she just disappeared and reappeared exactly 6 weeks later. She will not leave my porch. She has her own food, so I do feed her, give her water. She has her own bed outside, but she cannot come in and make my whole household sick. So I'm trying to treat her as humanely as I can. I don't want no harm to come to this kitty. So yeah, I'll be promoting those two donations until they are satisfied. I don't typically ask for support and stuff like that, but times is not easy, and I can't afford everybody's cat. You know what I'm saying? Although she want to be my cat, I can't afford to bring her in the house and take care of them too. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you for coming to the live. See y'all the next time. Peace and soul, y'all.